All right, so you want to dance for your daughter's wedding. In this dance, we're going to talk about everything you need for a father-daughter dance. My name is Brian B.
And I'm Miss Emily.
All right, so there's three things you're going to need. Number one, you're going to need to be able to get on the floor comfortably and confidently. Number two, you're going to have some moves, something to do during the dance. And number three, you're going to want a non-awkward way of ending the dance so you look good and feel confident. Cool? So talk us through getting on the floor, Miss Emily.
So it can be just as simple as walking hand in hand, or you can be arm in arm, whichever you prefer. You're going to walk out typically to the middle of the floor with your father.
So let's demonstrate. So we're going to walk out from our position and we're going to walk out to the middle of the floor. And then I want a non-awkward way to be able to pick Emily up in dance position. So I'm just going to offer my hand up and she's just going to turn in with her steps like that. So if we do that from the back, right, you've got your dance partner, your daughter on your right side. I'm just going to put this hand up like I'm looking at my watch. She's going to put her fingers to the sky, and I'm just going to roll this in as many steps as it takes to get to our closed dance position. Make sense? Our closed dance position is just, if I put this Miss Emily in the back, I'm always slightly over my partner's shoulder. This hand is going right on the corner of her armpit, half on this side and half on this side. This hand is going to go at eye height, or slightly lower, right? If we're ballroom dancers, we have this frame thing. We still want the frame to be able to lead our partner, but we're gonna keep this hand her eye height or a little bit lower, but this provides a frame. So it's like I'm giving Emily a little bit of hug. So from this position, I can move her around a little bit, right? So we've got a way to get on the floor and start to dance. Now we have to know what to do. And there's three things you're gonna need to know in this section. We're gonna teach them to you super easily, but why you need to know them, and here's a quick story. When I was a cool dancer, we used to go out to the local bars and I went with my friend Joey. We called him the Big Sexy. Now he knew that I was the cool dancer, but I didn't know how to slow dance. So he would take us to a group of girls and he would ask the least cute girl to dance. And she would be, of course, flattered, and then he would offer me up, and then he would take the prettiest girl in the group, and then because he was a gentleman, we'd switch halfway through the dance, and I would dance with the pretty girl, and he would dance with the less cute girl. And then afterwards, he would say, so, knowing that I was the cooler dancer, but I didn't know how to slow dance, and he would say, who's the better dancer? Because all I knew how to do was this. And what Joey knew how to do was he knew how to move the girl around, he knew how to twirl them, he knew how to dip them. So those are the three things you're going to need to know. A home base of a step, some basic turns, and a way to end the dance, right? So there's two different home bases we're going to talk about. One is just like a step touch. We just step touch, right? So as we're doing this step touch, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Just step touch. Now from this step touch, I can rotate clockwise or counterclockwise. In this case, counterclockwise. I think this is easier, right? So now I'm not looking at the same thing over and over again. I'm moving around. That's one home base. The second home base, if you want to get a little bit more technical, would be what we call a box step, right? And a box step would be this. Forward, side together, back. Side together, forward, side together, back. The reason why I like this is this will work for either waltz or rumba, lots of songs. It's in our wedding dance course. So that basic footwork, we dance forward, side together, back, side together, or back for the follower, right? So I'm making a box, and if I want to give it beats, it's slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow. But remember what Joey could do that I couldn't do was he was able to turn. So now we're going to take this box and turn it. So this is what we call a turning box. Any tips on the turning box, Miss Emily?
So yes, as the leader, the tendency is to take a really, really big step to rotate, and that is not the case at all. You actually just want to take a slight angled step. Otherwise, your daughter or follower is going to have a hard time keeping up with you.
Yep, so as I step forward, Emily steps back, right? So if I want to make her turn, I don't want to take and detach my leg. I want to kind of step through her and around the corner. And then same thing going back, right? So I'm turning to my left. So this, again, and I can leave it right here, square with no turn. But now, remember Joey, he had a couple of other things he could do. He needs to be able to turn his girl, his follower, your daughter, right? So two different types of turns. Number one is what we call an outside turn. That's just lifting this hand and letting her go outside and coming right back around, right? So I lift this hand up, I kind of squeeze my fingers over so she can go underneath, and then she walks underneath. So if we did this just with our step touch, right, we'd just be doing our step touch. And then I don't really care how long it takes her to get back around. I pick her back up on the other side. Now, if I was doing that with my home base being my box, it would look like this. Slow, quick, quick. This is a little bit more technical about where it happens, right? Meaning, this is gonna happen when I step back. So we dance our box, and then I raise the hand, and she keeps coming around, and I pick her up on the other side, right? That's our first of two turns. What's our other turn, Miss Emily?
Inside turn.
Inside turn. So in the inside turn, this one's a little bit weird in that I have to turn my hand over to look at my watch. And if I can see my watch, my fingers are gonna point the direction that she's gonna turn. Then I can curl this around, right? So the outside turn, my fingers point that way, and I curve her around that way. The inside turn, I kind of have to let go and switch my hand to see my watch, pull the hand between our heads. So if we looked at the inside turn, you like to step back on this, don't you?
To give a little bit of space, and also if you have a bigger skirt.
So we step back and then pull that hand underneath, and then we kind of just pick it back up, right? So I'm dancing, my step touch is my basic. I just send her out with a little push away till I get both hands. Good pro tip here. As we slide these hands away, Emily's gonna keep in contact with my hand so I don't let go. Then I kind of turn this over to look at my watch, pull her back in, and then we're back to our basics, right? If we did that inside turn from a box, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, right? Anywhere you stick it in, we're not being super technical, but I'm just gonna turn that hand over and pull her back in. So now I have an inside turn and an outside turn. I can move my basic around. Then the song is gonna come to an end, so we need a way to end it, right? Something that's not awkward. So talk me through your favorite father-daughter dance ending.
So my favorite father-daughter dance ending, typically a dip is reserved more for the first dance. So father-daughter, we like to hug. That's a good way to end it. So one of the ways that I like to do this is just from your closed hold, wherever you want to end up facing, which we talk about in some of our other videos, we're going to come into like a cuddle position. Again, not losing connection with the hand. Then we roll out. There's two options. We can either roll back in, if you're feeling comfortable, into a hug. Or once you've rolled out, you just step back in with your dad and hug
that way. So if we look at that from the back, right? We're dancing along, and let's just say that this is the band on that side, and there's my family out in front, right? So I'm dancing along, and I'm gonna send Emily out. You send out this way. And then I take this hand here, I turn it over so I can see my watch, so I roll her in. Bingo, let's do that again. So we're here, right? We're dancing along, we just send her away to two hands, Emily drags down, I look at my watch, I pull her into this cuddle. Now I'm gonna let go of this hand and just kind of pull this hand out so she comes in, and then two options to end it. She keeps coming in, I pick up her back, and then we come to our hug this way, or your other option was this one, where we just pick up right here.
Yep, or just go into a hug.
Bingo, right? So we're dancing along. If we do that with our rumba box or our waltz box, we're dancing along. Right now the footwork kind of goes away. We're not worried about it. We pull her in. I let go of the left hand, send her back out. This is my favorite. I keep her coming in all the way, so that way the hug is with all of my family and friends in front of me. So if you guys want to get more detail with your wedding dance, we have a course. It's called The Ultimate Guide to Wedding Dance. Whether it's the bride and groom, mother, daughter, father, son, it has everything included, all your basic steps, a bunch of moves to make this as detailed as you want. You can learn it all in as less as, a couple hours, 2-3 hours, or you can take 10 or 12 hours and come up with a wedding dance or mother, father, daughter dance of your dreams. So you can click that link right here. And if you want to learn dips, Emily talked about dips, you can watch this video up here.